Hi, thanks for joining me. This is part 2 of a video of a tutorial showing me making the Big and Little crochet door curtain. The first part showed me making these granny squares, and this is the last one. I'm just sewing this one in, and then just sewing the end in, and then what I'm going to do next is continue with the pattern. Now there's some sort of lace work to do, and there's also obviously stitching these together first of all, and then there's some lace work to do, and then there's the loops to hang it with before we get on to the long strands. I'll just show you, just get my yarns here, I'll just show you it. This is the door curtain. It's really cute. So I've done the 6 granny squares to go across the top. So now I'm doing joining the squares, okay? And I followed the pattern exactly so that we know that the pattern does work. So I'm going to get some more of my white Rico Creative Cotton, which is lovely. Join the white yarn with 1 DC into the corner of your first square. So I'm going to decide how I want these to be laid out. I think I want those at each end, and then I'd like sort of to transition into, I think that's how I'm going to put them. That may be how I'm going to put them. Anyway, I'm going to choose my first one. So what I do is I make one, it says join the white yarn with 1 DC into the corner of your first square. It doesn't say which corner, so I'm going to say, I'm going to go for this bottom corner here, I guess. So I'm going to pull it on, tie it on as I do. And then I'm going to make 1 DC. So it's a little bit hard. Yarn over, hook, no, a double crochet, isn't it? So this is UK term, so that's just like a single crochet. So I'm going to pop my hook into my corner space, pull some yarn through, so I've got 2 loops on my hook, yarn over and pull through. This is a disaster already, isn't it? Put my yarn in my space, pull some yarn through, yarn over. Do you know? I've tied my yarn on, so what I need to do now is just pull it through and just secure it. And then it says to do a double crochet. That's in UK terms, that's a single in US terms. So I put my hook in, pull some yarn through, I've got 2 loops on my hook, yarn over and pull through 2. Your first square, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and make a DC into the side of the next square. So I suppose if this is my next square, then I'll go into the next corner, pull some yarn through, yarn over and pull through 2. So I've sort of joined those together with a chain now, and then DC 3 chain, I'm not quite sure what it means. I'm trying to have a look. It says 1 DC into the side of the next square. It's kind of I'm going to take some white yarn, and you can use up scraps for this. this is my other end, so I'm going to go in from this end this time. So I'm going to have my right side facing up, and I'm going to pop next to it my next piece with the right side facing up. And I'm going to take this first piece and I'm just going to bring my white yarn through and tie it on. Do a couple of knots there. And then I'm going to put my hook in, I'm going to pull the yarn through, yarn over and pull through with a slip stitch just to hook it on. Then I'm going to put my hook into the corner space, pull some yarn through with 2 loops on my hook, yarn over and pull through 2. Now it's a double crochet in the UK, it's a single crochet in the US. And then I'm going to chain 3. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep my pieces very closely together so the stitches match up with each other, okay? Front side, so I've got back sides together. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the opposite corner, so that go into the corner of the corresponding corner of the second piece. I'm going to put my hook in to there, grab some yarn, pull it through, 2 on my hook, yarn over and pull through the 2 loops on my hook. So I'm making a single crochet US terms, double crochet UK terms. Now I'm going to chain 3. I'm going to keep those together, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to count up 3 stitches on the side that my stitch is in at the moment from the corner. So 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to stitch into the 4th stitch. I'm going to put a double crochet, single crochet US terms, but I'm not going to put it in this piece, I'm going to put it in the opposite piece that I'm joining it to. So I'll push my hook into that stitch, grab some yarn, pull it through, so I've got 2 loops in my hook, yarn over and pull through those 2 loops and pull it nice and tight. Now I'm going to chain 3, and I'm going to do the same thing on this side, so I'm keeping my pieces very sort of together, keeping the stitches corresponding. 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to go into the 4th stitch, but I'm not going in the 4th stitch on the piece I'm in, I'm going in the 4th stitch on the piece next to it. Put my hook in, pull some yarn through, yarn over and pull through 2. Chain 3, and I'm going to count again, 1, 2, 3 stitches, 4th stitch here, but I'm not putting it in there, I'm putting it in the corresponding stitch on the other side. Yarn, hook in, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, chain 3, whoops, and I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, so I'm going to go into that 4th stitch, but I'm not going into the stitch on this side, I'm going into the corresponding stitch on the other piece so that I can join them together. And then last one, 1, 2, 3 chains, and we'll go into the corner. We'll go into the corner of the opposite piece, okay, and do a double crochet or a single in US terms. Now for the very last thing, we chain 3, and we're going to go into the corner of the other piece and do a single crochet or a double crochet in US terms, and we're going to finish off. Pull the yarn through and snip. This is good for using up your little leftover from your first ball of yarn. Right, so to do the lace edging then, I've just pulled it all down because I did what it said and it didn't work. And now I kind of figured out what it what it meant. So what you do is you join your yarn to the corner of your work. You pull a loop through. Okay. Then you put a treble into the corner. You do a chain 1, a treble, a chain 3, which creates a corner, a treble, a chain 1 and a treble. Okay. Now what you've done here is you've created your corner. So then what we're doing right across here is we're going yarn over, miss a stitch, do a treble, double in the US, into the next stitch, yarn over, miss a stitch, a treble into the next stitch, and we're creating like a mesh effect. Yarn over, miss a stitch, treble into the next stitch, and we do this right the way across this first panel, first granny square. So we're doing a treble, a chain 1, miss a stitch, another treble, chain 1, and we miss a stitch. And then we find ourselves in the corner again. So when we're in the corner here, we yarn over, we do a treble, we do a chain 1 and we do another treble, and then we do a chain 3, and then we go to the next corner. That carries us over to the corner of the next piece. We do a treble, a chain 1 and a treble, and now we chain 1, we miss a stitch and we do a treble into the next stitch, chain 1, miss a stitch, treble into the next stitch, chain 1, miss a stitch, treble into the next stitch, and we do that right the way across, and that just carries us over this gap here, and it gives us a little bit of detail in the corner. And then we're going to go right the way around. So when we get to the corners, we're going to repeat this, but when we get to the end here, we're just going to slip stitch into the top here. Now we're at the end of that first bottom row, so I'm just going to chain 1, I'm going to pop another treble into there, and then I'm going to chain 1 and I'm going to go into the corner, and I'm going to put a treble, a single crochet, a treble, and then I'm going to stay in this corner and I'm going to do a chain 3, a treble, a chain 1 and a treble, and then I'm going to chain 1 and I'm going to go up this side, and then I'm going to do the same when I get to the next corner. So I'm going to skip a stitch, put in a treble, chain 1, skip a stitch, put in a treble, chain 1, skip a stitch, put in a treble, chain 1, skip a stitch and put in a treble. I'm just going to keep doing that to the end. I can't wait to see what this looks like. I saw when I first started crocheting, I saw somebody make some brilliant motifs, granny squares, and they made them into a blind for their kitchen. And honestly, when the sun was shining through, the patterns and the colours in their kitchen was something else. It really was. And I thought, cracky, it's not just a bit of privacy or a shade, it turned it into like a light show. It was beautiful. So let's finish this up. So I'm quite interested to see what happens when it's in place. So we do a treble into the corner. We're in the corner again, so we're going to turn around, treble into the corner, a single a chain, a treble, 3 chains, a treble, 1 chain, and a treble, and a chain, and then we miss a stitch and we start to work back across the top. And so I've gone all the way around and I'm at the end here. I've just done my last chain 1, and I'm just going to join with a slip stitch to the top of that first treble crochet, and then I'm just going to cut that off. Okay, so that's all been edged now, so it's one big piece. It's looking pretty good. I'm just going to cut off any little stragglers that I've got left, and I'm just going to edge in. I'm just going to sew in this end. So we're going to do the pole loops next. So I need to decide which side I want to be the top and which side I want to be the bottom. I'm going to start, this is going to be the top, this is going to be the bottom, because I want these darker sort of colours to be at the edges. So what I do is on one of the longer sides of the 6 squares, join the white yarn to the corner, 2 double trebles, 5 chains, skip 5 stitches, 2 double trebles, and repeat to the end of the row. So that is really straightforward. So get your white yarn, join it. I'm going to join it to this end, join it to the corner, pull it through, tie it on, and then we're going to put our hook in, just bring it through and pull it through the loop on the hook just to secure it. And then we're going to do 2 double trebles. Into this corner. So a double treble is a treble in US terms. So in English terms, UK terms, it's a double treble, and in US terms it's a treble. So it's yarn. I'm not going to say that over and over again, I'm only going to say that once. I shall say this only once. So yarn over twice, put your hook into the corner space, pull some yarn through so you've got 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the remaining 2, and that gives you a longer stitch. And then you're going to chain 5. You're going to miss 5 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you're going to yarn over twice, put your hook into the next stitch, pull some yarn through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and there's your loop. You're going to chain 5, you're going to skip 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then you're going to yarn over twice, put your hook into the stitch, pull some yarn through, oops, yarn over, pull through 2, hang on a minute, I've got myself in a bit of a tangle there, yarn over twice, skip 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, put your hook into the 6, pull some yarn through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, chain 5, skip 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yarn over twice, into the stitch, pull some yarn through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and there we go. 5 chains, yarn over twice, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, into this stitch we go, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. 5 chains, 3, 4, 5, yarn over twice, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, into this stitch we go, pull some yarn through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, chain 5. Just watch that your chain doesn't wrap itself around your hook like it is doing when I do it. Yarn over twice, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, into this stitch, pull some yarn through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, chain 5. And then here we are for the last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yarn over twice, into the corner, pull up a loop, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through, and finish off. And that's so. When we come back, we're going to do the final part, which is the lace panel and the hanging chains.